Ladies, gentlemen, and all, this is Odeco. Welcome back to Blueprints. So, had a really productive day 13. Excited to jump into day 14 here. So, I think our top priorities for today, we want to keep collecting letters for the grid puzzle message across the whole map. If we can get another light lit up on the balcony outside, that would be very cool. And then also I want to try and get the utility closet, because I believe we have everything we need for the utility closet light puzzle. And I just I've seen the utility closet a couple times since then, but I've not clicked it yet. Excuse me. All right, let's see here. So, schoolhouse, we already got. We never actually built any of the classrooms, so at some point I would like to take schoolhouse again, but trading post we've seen several times. We've never clicked it. And I am starting with 10 coins, so maybe I'll be able to buy something. A little too dangerous to pick up. Interesting. Oh. Does this reset it? Oh, we need a yellow in each corner? Maybe? I don't fully... Okay, so clicking a yellow moves it up. What does this do? I think the pink rotates everything around the yellows. Seems to be right. Clicking pink moves everything around the yellows. Okay, what does clicking a gray do? Clicking a gray does nothing. Alright, how did I move the pink the first time? Oh, that moved the pink. Wait, how did I... Okay. So the pink's not moving. Oh, if I click the yellow now, it will move the pink forward, I believe. Okay, wait. So the yellow will swap places if it moves upwards. Got it. Okay. So I just need to figure out how to... get these where I want them to be. There we go. Figure that out eventually. Allowance token, very nice. Get up to 12 per day. Happy about that. All right, now we should actually do the trading post here. Anything else in here? I managed to find the first three gas valves very quickly, and I have been striking out every time since. Okay, so I do need to have an item for this to work. I thought it might, because it's called the trading post. That makes some amount of sense. Yeah, we need Need to find the final gas valve. I'm assuming it's in one of those rooms. It doesn't have to be. I mean, one of the 3 that we found was not in one of those rooms, but the other 2 were. So until I've checked every room, I'm very driven to keep checking them. Cool. Okay, so this red envelope, which we got last time, is still here. So this is like a permanent, like it's keeping track that we found that. This was the other thing I was a little nervous about. I mean, I'll check the other rooms, but I was like, please don't let the message, the randomize, or the letter puzzle, please don't let that change every day, because then I would have to solve the whole thing on a single day. But those are still the same. All right, let's get into it. Start with the den here. Nice, got a classic chest in the den. Very common. So yeah, this is pine and pin, which matches up with, we figured yesterday that this square had an E in it. So that is looking consistent. Do I want a key or do I want 2 gems? Let's do the 2 gems. Those are both very valuable prizes. So I don't think there's a bad choice there. The black box is false. The black box is true. So one of those is false, one of those is true. This could be either. A false box contains the gems. All right. Let's think about this. See if we can puzzle this out. So a false box contains the gems. So the black box could be true or false. Okay, so if the black box is true, that means a false box contains the gems. So they can't be in the black box. And they can't be in this box. So they have to be in this one. So that would be true. That would be true. So this would be true. This would be true. And this would be false. And the false box would contain the gems. If the, let's see. Okay, if this is true, so if the black box is false, then this would mean a true box contains the gems. So they would be in they could be in here. So if this is false, that's false. I think regardless of what, this is the hardest one by far, but I believe that in either situation, the gems are in here. I think I puzzled that out correctly. Oh, good. I still have not messed up one of those puzzles, and I was like, this is the closest I've gotten to not being totally confident. This is stag and tag, so yeah, we thought this was an S, and that seems to be a good assumption. I'm going to actually stay in the low rank. I'm going to see if I can really fill this out. Let's spend one of our gems. I know it's a little early to be spending a gem, but I think it'll be nice to have rerolls early on, free rerolls. Pray and pry. Yep, A. Okay, so I'm not going to check every single room from now on because everything so far has been consistent. This is actually, do I want to do pantry or storeroom? I think this is a good place for a storeroom. Obviously, it has one fewer door leading off it, but so it's maybe drapes or cloth. This is like a pudding or dessert spoon. This is a hard one. Oh wait, no, that's not drapes or cloth. It's sideways. It's dunes. Or like sand, desert. Oh, desert and dessert. That makes sense. Dessert, desert. Okay, so this room is an S. We didn't have that last time. So that means that this final rank here is SAFES, so safes. And we knew that this rank, we figured out yesterday that this rank was 8. So the last two words are 8 safes, which I'd kind of figured out because we knew it was blank AFES, and there aren't too many letters that could go there, but it's nice confirmation. So we have 2 whole ranks complete. Let's redraw. I think it's a good time to redraw. One thing I have not been paying attention to, and I'm going to try to, is like saving good rooms for later if they're not necessary yet. Like we have a lot of open doors here, and the hallway is a good room. So if we save it, we can pull it later, as opposed to like once we get into the upper ranks and we've like already taken a lot of the good hallways out of the pool. So then we're much less likely to pull them. This is probably a good place to pick chapel. I mean, it's not ideal, but we do have plenty of coins. Obviously, you don't want to like waste all those coins. I'm not going to go in there yet. I'm going to see if I can only go in there once. Commissary, closet, spare room. This is a pretty good time to do commissary, I believe. So this one, yep. We figured this was a G room, and that makes sense. Bridge and bride. Ooh, I want both of these, and I have enough to get both of them. I'm going to get a metal detector and sledgehammer. Both those I think are great finds this early on in the day. And we had obviously we could trade something at the trading post. I'm not going to do that yet. I don't know why I'd want to do that. Ooh, none of these are great. I mean, Passageway is a good room, but I don't want to spend 2 gems on it yet. I don't hate corridor. I mean, I kind of think it might be worth it. It's so easy to, or so early to be spending those gems. I'm going to do bedroom, I guess. It doesn't really matter if we got the hallway, because it just gave us access to a space we already had access to. We are able to open this up with the sledgehammer. Oh, no. Okay. If I had this first, I think I probably would have done the passageway, but you live and you learn. This is a good place for security. Security early is always nice. Especially because we want to get utility closet. We're on the lookout for utility closet, so even more reason to do security. I have not looked at these in a while. I don't know if these tell us anything. Obviously, a lot of these are like rooms that we've seen before, but some of them are rooms we have not yet gotten yet. So, keycard system, we want to change the offline mode. And then I mean, we want this to be high once we turn... I mean, we've gone through this reasoning several times. We'll set it to low for now. I kind of like veranda. I kind of want to... I've been wanting to do another green room run. This is a nice, like, early way of getting the green room. I don't love that it's only straight across. We do still have the door over here by the chapel, so we're not totally blocked in yet, but... I mean, yet again, as soon as I get gems, I can't help myself, but... Ooh, nice. A shovel would be great, since we're doing a green room run. Secret garden key. Very nice. Don't know if I'll need the secret garden again. I wonder maybe there'll be a different... I wonder if it'll be the same, like, music page that would spawn. Because we're on the lookout for music pages. We've seen 2 of them, and there are at least 8, maybe more. Neither of these are great. The spare room would be good. It would be all right, but it doesn't have any pictures in it, and we need to... Like, this is one of the squares where we were looking for a letter. So I kind of want to not pick this here. I think observatory. I'm really trying to be conservative with the gems, but it's so hard when you're like, you know, you're trying to save them, but sand and here. So did get this letter. So for this rank, we know it's DA something ES. And for this one, the picture, it was like probably my hypothesis were the pictures were of stage and of a sage bush, but it was just like a sketch of a plant. So I wasn't confident it was sage. I was just kind of using context clues. But if we think this is DA something ES, then the letter being T, the difference between stage and sage, would make sense here. So dates. So that's worth confirming when we get that room again. But I think it is definitely a strong possibility that was a T, and this is the that square should be dates. Got it. What am I on the lookout for? What's the next one? 5 gems is pretty good for 11. So that's a few stars off. I also have not gone back up here again. I don't think there's anything to see up here, but that was just to rotate it. Looking at the planets up there. All right, let's use a key here. We're not having much luck with these doors. I don't hate corridor here. Unfortunately, it kind of is winding around in an awkward way, but give it a shot. Nice. Fur and fire for E. Yep. All right, here's the room where we'll be able to check again. Okay, this is a good spot for hallway, I think, and we have the sledgehammer, so it'll be very nice. There you go. Very happy to get that. So, oh, it's the same one. This is the same clue. Probably Stage and Sage, but yet again, I know maybe that's Sage. it's entirely possible, I guess. Courtyard 5 dig spots is pretty good. We don't have the shovel yet, but we sure would love to get it. It does block off this square, which is one of the squares I was hoping to get today, but all of them block off that square, so yeah, gonna have to do that just for the door alone, but the nice. I wonder how likely, I wonder if getting the 5 dig spots also makes it more likely that a shovel spawns here. That would be very nice. Nothing of interest. A coin. Another coin. Nothing of interest. And 3 coins. All right, 5 coins here. 2 keys. We also, at some point, want to make our way back to the veranda because there's more dig spots there, but don't need to do that right away. I've been wanting to try and get the pool. And it's slightly better doors. I would love that, what was the room that let you rotate the other rooms that we just unlocked? That would be phenomenal. We have not built the pool yet. This is our first time building the pool. Drafting pool rules. The draft pool is your deck of potential floor plans. Each time you draft, 3 random floor plans are drawn from the draft pool for you to select from. Odds of drawing a specific floor plan may differ depending on the room. Some rooms are rarer than others. Floor plans added to the draft pool are removed at the end of the day. No running. Okay, we knew all that. This is a room that we need to solve the word puzzle on. So tie. And oh, this stupid thing. I don't know what this is. What could this be? Tie. Tile. Necktie. I mean, this is either tie or necktie. There's not much else this could be. So TIE. It's not tire, type, tide, sty, thigh, ties. Like writing it down and staring at it. I'm sure if you know what this thing is, it's infuriating for me to stare at it and have no idea what it is. Time? No. Unfortunate. And I want, like, I don't know if re-rolling this room on a future day will give me a different clue, because the Stage and Sage one was the same clue in the same location. Oh, come on. These are terrible. These are really bad. I guess closet. The mail room I was a little disappointed by. I mean, it was like fine stuff, but to wait a full day. Ooh, key card. I mean, I'm looking for the utility closet anyway, but I will not turn that down. So now there's no reason to keep the security low. We should boost the security. I'm going to go all the way back through. I have dig spots on the veranda. I'm going to change the security. I'm going to get whatever room we can get here. And then after that, we'll only have one door facing upwards. So we'll have our work cut out for us. But at least we'll have like accomplished everything behind us and can kind of focus on what's ahead. Get our dig spots. Turnip. Nice. And a key. Happy with that. Security. We want to turn up our security level. So now we have the key card. It's been a bit of a awkward layout today. I've not been very successful with the room pulls. Anything we want to pick up here? Those might be nice to have, but I think we're more likely to find another shop that's more useful than either of those. I know I'm going to lose a couple coins because I didn't spend them before going in here, but still think that's the right decision. 4 coins or a key. This would be a waste to put the dining room here since it often is nice to have all those extra doors. We have plenty of keys. I mean, we'll probably, like, if the day goes well, we'll probably run out eventually, but I think the coins are slightly more likely to be useful than the keys. So yeah, we got everything sort of early on taken care of. And we can focus on trying to get some rooms that have multiple doors branching off them and not be so hemmed in like we are now. Oh my gosh, these are terrible. This is definitely worth a redraw. Oh my gosh, these are terrible. What the heck? Why are these so bad? Sauna's, I mean, that's a fun effect, but I obviously can't build it now. I mean, both these are really scary. I think Office is very slightly less scary, but it's 2 gems for no benefit. Nook means like hems me in slightly more, but I guess it's worth a shot. And then we do need, oh shoot, I was gonna say we do need the letter that's in here, but again, this stupid thing, no idea what it is. I'll take a note that this is Tiger and the weird. Oh, you know what? As I was writing it down, as I was trying to like come up with words to describe what this was, so I could have information for myself. I think this is Tier. Tier. It's kind of a funny picture for it. But yeah, that would make sense for Tier because this would be Tiger. So Tiger and Tier for this room. So that would be G. And then the other room, it was Tie and Tier. So that would be R. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm happy about that. So that would mean, so the pool was R now. So we know that this is CRA blank K. So that's probably crank. I mean, I'll leave it blank for now, and we can come back to it, make sure that's correct, but probably crank. And then if we think this is T, so this would be dates, crank, 8 safes. I don't really know what that means, but I don't know if this is going to make a sentence or just each of these words independently are going to be useful. Not sure yet, but pretty confident this is crank. Somewhat confident this is dates. The one above it, we know it's GHT. So that could be 8 again if this is E and I. It's kind of looking at some of the letters we have. As we get higher up, we have fewer of the letters, but getting there. I'm glad that came to me that's tier. It's a bit of an odd picture. I think I was looking for like just a noun that describes this thing, whereas tier, like this is a tiered object, but it's obviously I wouldn't call that by itself a tier. So that was a little bit was throwing me off. Another key here. I mean, we have to do billiard room. These are not good. These have not been good. This one. Chart and cart. We already knew it was an H. -10 -4 divided by 3. 4. I think that means I got it wrong. Yeah, it does mean I got it wrong. 10. So am I forgetting? Is yellow not minus? Maybe pink is minus? No, I thought yellow was minus. Oh, maybe pink is divided by. So 10 -4 divided by 3. So it should be 2. No. Maybe I need to write down what the colors mean, because apparently I've forgotten. Blue is definitely add. So 10. Maybe it's 10 -4 times 3. That could be it. If pink is times. So 6 times 3. So it could be 18. Yeah, pink is times. That's right. I'll note these down. I mean, they're not that hard to figure out, even if I do forget again, but. Got it. So 11 -1 is 10, times 2 is 20, divided by 4 is 5. Um, 12 minus 11, so 1 times 1 times 2 times 4 divided by 4, so 2. Yeah. Silver key. Not a moment too soon. Hopefully that'll help me out a little bit. I think we send it. I mean, we have to wait till get somewhere to use it. I mean, I don't love the gymnasium here for multiple reasons, but it's either here or nowhere. It's either here or the game's over. Do we need this? So rank 6? No, we know this is E. Stage and stag, yep. We know this one's S. Come back to that. I mean, we want the utility closet, but Not like this. That's a pretty good library. I'm going to try and only enter the gymnasium twice, if possible. Let's use a normal key here. It will indeed be possible. Unfortunately. Because the sealing ourselves off continues. That's pretty good. Especially since we're trying to get more green rooms. Stuffed wild quail. Trophy room. We've never seen trophy room before. I think we do the club sandwich and then the chef salad. If we get the coins for it, we can come back for later. And hopefully once we have more green rooms. Could be Can I do the secret garden key here? Does it? I think it has to be on the west side. No, it can be on the east side. So maybe this will give us more info. Try getting it on the east side. Old tin can. Unfortunately, couldn't get this yesterday when I had the rule that would give me an allowance increase. Coins are nice. 2 coins. I think there's too much else in here. So this is already revealed. Can try and spin these again because they were pointing east last time because the garden was facing the other direction. But I don't think spinning these will have much effect. Yeah. No effect. To be expected. Alright. Back to the grind. This one should be an S, which is coast and coat, so that's correct. Oh, almost missed the banana. Book request form. So we've gotten a lot of these. We haven't gotten the pump system manual, but we also haven't gotten the pump room. So this is probably for a puzzle in the pump room. This is... We've gotten Swimbird, we've gotten Fixed Stars, we've gotten Drafting Strategy. So do we want Sightseer's Guide to Reddington? It seems kind of boring. I mean, it might have interesting stuff in it, but not that interested in it. I'm curious about this guy. This is the other author who was like arrested for political reasons. So, could be interesting. We do need the letter puzzle for this one. So, putting fan and flan. There we go. Fan, flan. So this is an L. This one is also an L. So this is blank 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 LL. Oh wait, sorry. We also know this one S. So this is S blank blank LL, which I don't know what word that could be. Oh my gosh. Well, that's... we're doing that one. What the heck? The foundation? I don't know. I don't know if we did something that triggered being able to make this room or if it's just super rare. Oh wait, that's not what I wanted. Rarity rare. Type permanent. The cornerstone of the house, unvarying and unchanging, the foundation is one of the only constants in the estate on which you can truly rely. This natural cavity was hollowed out directly out of the mountain itself, with its stone and earth walls displaying an underlying coarseness that the rest of the mansion conceals. Does not reset each day. So does not reset each day. Does that mean that it will be here in the future in this location? That's interesting. I mean, it's also not even symmetric. So like, safe deposit box key. We've gotten that before, but we didn't know where to put it. Can I? No, I can't jump in. I mean, this definitely seems suspicious since we are looking for somewhere to put a basement key. I mean, this seems like a good room. Maybe it's always super locked down, which makes it harder. I want to try the sauna, and it's a good buff, but the dark room is, I guess, oriented better. I don't know what these dots mean. Maybe these dots are rarity. Let me check that. If nursery is rarity 1 and dark room is rarity 2, that would be interesting to know. So, it's dark room, yeah, rarity 2. And then nursery rarity 1, yep. That is correct. Going to have to... Is this a good place to use the silver key? No, because we can't see what the rooms are. I want to use the silver key somewhere where I can see what the rooms are. So let's just use the normal key. None of them need gems. Furnace. Bad luck, bad luck. Coin. Doubly bad luck because we needed the letter puzzle for this room and it does not appear to spawn in the furnace. Maybe I should have used the silver key just to make it unlikely we'd get a dead end. Unfortunate. That probably would have made more sense. But live and learn. I'm very curious tomorrow to see if this foundation is still here. Yeah, no idea how to access that elevator. That's interesting. Dining room. Kind of have to do dining room, but we'll also get some food. We already know that this one should be you, so house and hose. We don't have the trophy room, but also we don't really need the steps. We're not gonna, I don't think we're gonna run out today. The one thing I haven't been considering is at the end of the day we can run out and try the trading post and see what that's about, but all right, I think this is as good as place as any to use the silver key. Ooh, this is a good great hall. It's It's also a decent vestibule. But I think this is a good great hall because we have lots of keys. Let's let me look around here first. Why is this one hot? Why? I don't know what this means. Why is there a heat ripple effect across the screen? I wonder what that means. This is a good passageway too. I don't. Is it worth 2 gems? We won't be able to. We'll be low on gems after that, but at least we won't have the terrible archives effect. The archives effect is so annoying. The tiebreaker might be I know passageway doesn't have the letter puzzle in it, and we need the letter for this room. So I'm gonna, against my better judgment, I always regret it, I'm gonna go with the archives. So it's crown and where's the other one? Crown and crow. So this one is N. Okay, so this rank is count. C-O-U-N-T. Makes sense. Count, I also think there was that note that was like, can you see if there's a book that has this name? And it had a bunch of like royal titles. And Count may have been one of them. Just something that came to mind. I don't really need to launder currency. So I think we can take the archived one. What do we get? Maid's Chamber? Not bad. I mean, we don't have this side of the antechamber unlocked, but what does this do? Less likely find items laying around the house, though. That's not great. Already read that. Whatever happened to oh, we do need the letter puzzle for this one. Wheat. Flame. Grain. Match. What is it? Grain? Wheat? Bushel? Wheat and heat? That's not a great picture for heat. That makes some amount of sense. I mean, matches don't let off that much heat. But I think I'll pencil in wheat and heat. I don't think there's ever a letter puzzle in the antechamber room, so maybe that's a space. If we think this is a space, I already know that this is IF. So if this is IF space W, then this room could be an E. So it would be if we, and then we think this is count. So if we count blank, blank, I mean, whatever. I don't know. It's these middle ranks here that I'm missing some of the letters, so it's hard to keep going from there. I wanted to... I think I know who some of these people are. I don't know if I ever grabbed a screenshot of this. I think it will be useful at some point. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have used the key here. It's not a bad aquarium. Not a good aquarium because I'm not really trying to get to anything over here. I would like to get a room here to test my hypothesis that that's an E. I'll do it. Yeah, I shouldn't have done it because I want to save as many keys as possible for the Great Hall. It was a bad aquarium. I'm not going to open either of those. I'm going to go to the Great Hall. Because I would like... I mean, I can get into the antechamber. I don't think it'll do much for me this time. Unfortunately. Because we don't have whatever the room is, I think it's the drafting room or the... yeah, I think it's the drafting room. That tells us the layout of the Great Hall. It's pretty risky to pick any of these doors. This door we know is not, it like leads out. So I'm gonna do this door first. Oh, definitely West Wing Hall. Greenhouse, I think would... Well, we don't have the broken lever. Greenhouse would let us get into the antechamber via the maid's chamber if we had the coat check room, which is currently where the broken lever is. Greenhouse also... Greenhouse might be worth it because it'll... I mean, it costs a gem, but it'll have dig spots, which might have keys. Yep. So, definitely have confirmed that the broken lever is always in the greenhouse, which is good to know. I had very much suspected that, but had not confirmed it. Nothing. And this is the same... music page, which is the other thing I thought might be different. So, little unfortunate there. I think I have 2 keys. We have 3 doors. We're gonna Monty Hall this. We are simply going to pick. We have a 2/3 chance of getting a door that leads up, which I mean isn't even like. I don't even know if that's perfect because like it leads up and we get into the antechamber, but then what? I kind of wanted to take the key back to the foundation just to see, but it didn't look like there was anywhere to put a key there. Okay. This is, yeah, I was gonna say this one better not also be locked. 1 major, 1 minor key. That's funny, but I don't have the gems for it. Oh, master bedrooms also would be good. I don't have gems for either of those, so gotta do this one. And it's facing the wrong way, darn it. But this might lead to her lady's bedroom because we think it has to be... We know it's connected to the boudoir. Maybe not like physically connected, but we know that both were owned by... Lady Epson, and her bedroom has to be in the West Wing, so it would make sense for it to spawn it here. I don't know if it'll require gems though. Alright, I'm gonna spend my what did I get? Nursery. Shame. Not a good one. How many times have I built this before? I've only built it once before. Little bit of a Red Prince, we've read that before. A little bit of an anticlimactic end there, unfortunately. I do have one more thing I want to check before we call this day quits. I'm going to go back to the... What's the best way to do it? Go back to the trading post just to see what kind of things I can trade items for. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I kind of... I had a vague hope that this really shows how bad the room pulls were today, because like these are so convoluted to get around. I have to go all the way. Yeah, very odd. Oh, let me double check. Are there any rooms? The foundation, if this doesn't reset, so this has to be built here, then that kind of implies that might also be a space. Actually, I'm going to go back and... So library, we know this is an L. No, there's no letter puzzle in here. We don't have the lights on in the dark room, so we can't even test the dark. I continued, like, I got the utility closet, I think, as a roll once. During this... Oh my gosh, Okay, no, that's fine. I got the utility closet as a roll once, but it was in such a bad spot I couldn't pick it. And I've, like, been trying to get the utility closet. we have the solution to that puzzle, just not... I have not rolled the utility closet since then, unfortunately. Yeah, this is such a convoluted layout. Missed that. Yeah, last day I felt like I got a lot done. This day I definitely learned some new stuff. I got the foundation information, which is kind of interesting, but did not feel like I made any big lore discoveries this time. Select an item to trade. Vault key 233. Did we know that was vault key 233? Yeah, I guess we did. So it says it on there. For silver key. Okay, so it tells us what it'll be. For vault key 370. So there are different safe deposit boxes. Have we seen? I don't think we've seen any safety deposit boxes. The only thing I can think of is the mail room, maybe, but that doesn't really make sense. Oh, we've seen on the in the security room, there's camera footage of something that looks like a vault. So obviously that would be where that would be. Got it. Oh. Is there anything I could do with a silver key? Not really. Because these are... I don't think it would let me use a silver key to unlock any of these rooms. We could use the silver key in the aquarium to get this room here. That's probably worth it. If only because I need the... yeah. I do need... I'll trick all the way back there. I do need that letter puzzle. So... we'll make the long trek back to get that final letter puzzle, and then we'll call it a day. All right, let me understand which path I need to take. Den, parlor. This is so convoluted. One of these days I'll get the utility closet. Which I was able to get like repeatedly early on. I know I've been adding a few more rooms to the pool, but it's not like I'm getting all the new rooms that I've added to the pool. I'm bad about missing things. I think because I had the metal detector, I was relying on that to tell me about any items I was missing, but metal detector does not pick up food for obvious reasons. So gymnasium, foundation, dining room, archives. All right, so our hypothesis is this is a W. Or, sorry, an E. The pump room. I was curious about the pump room. I don't know if I'll be able to do much, but we can at least see what this is. Oh, and after all that, the pump room doesn't have the letter puzzle in it. Pump control panel. Water source selection. Pump room schematic. Water source selection is that gizmo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Reserve tank. Does this need to be powered? Kind of awkward looking. I think that texture's not loading correctly. But I'm assuming this probably needs to be connected to the boiler room. Unfortunate. So here's aquarium. Oh, something's happening. Okay, we're taking water out of the aquarium now. So did this do anything in here? I didn't notice if these tanks were... I don't think there was that gap before. That seems kind of awkward. I think I would have noticed that. Plan and plant. I already knew this was a T, but it's funny. Pump. How do I... Oh. It's putting all the water back in the aquarium. Greenhouse. So we could pump it into the greenhouse. So we can take it out. Okay. So this is taking it out of the aquarium, putting it in this tank. Then we can put it somewhere else once it's there. I mean, I've apologized to all the fish I'm about to kill. I just don't know what this does. So I'm curious. Put it in the greenhouse. Then we can go check the greenhouse after this, if we have the steps for it. Pool. Could check the pool, but we don't. I don't know where the reservoir is. Maybe that's outside. Fountain, I think, is out front. Kitchen. Right, we want to pump water out of the aquarium. All right, so we've fully drained the aquarium. Let's go see what that did. Oh, that's interesting. That seems important. So there's an arrow pointing to... So there's an arrow under like the boiler, the grill. That's it. That's probably a grill. So that's like some outdoor, probably a green room. There's an X underneath the grill. I don't fully know what room that is. I don't recognize it immediately. This looks like a hallway. But I don't know what it's indicating about this hallway. It just seems to be like, it looks like the layout of one. Yeah, not sure about this one. I'm like trying to see if I'm missing a tiny detail somewhere, but... Okay, this is definitely the laundry room, obviously. Again, it doesn't like indicate anything about it. It just is the laundry room. This is a very, very perplexing puzzle. I mean, this is obviously, this looks like the archives and it's pointing to one of the filing cabinets. And then this is a bedroom. This is cool. Yeah. I mean, some of these I could see them before the water drained out, but... So, okay, so the archives are right here, so we can see if that's correct. So it's pointing at the filing cabinet in the archives. Maybe that wasn't the archives, unfortunately. So the colors don't seem right, but... Yeah, it doesn't immediately stand out to me. We pumped a lot of water into the greenhouse, so let's go see what that means. So now it's raining in here. Seems to have... It's entirely possible those were here before and I missed them, but maybe it grew those. Seems to just have watered things. I bet those weren't there before. I bet those were grown. Cool. Cool. All right. Well, I think that's... I mean, I'm basically out of steps. I could go mess with the pump room a little more, but it's going to be tough to... I can't really get anywhere. So I think that I'll call it a day there. Got an interesting puzzle right at the end there. Got some new info. Garden Shopping Center. Four shop rooms, 5 green rooms. But yeah, thanks for joining me. Drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and we'll keep working on blueprints. Thanks a lot.